SlabOgsTv back at it again. Hey man, I got a Southside legend, you know what I'm saying? A Houston legend when it comes to this music, just the lifestyle of Houston. He one of the ones that really saw it from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And watched this culture kind of like, you know, go into fruition to what it is today. So without further ado, we got the OG D-Red from Botany Boyz.
What's up? What's up? What it do? What it does?
Yes, sir,
what
man.
It is.
Man, you the second person from Botany Boyz I done had up here. I had Big Dez on here, maybe like
stand up.
Yeah, maybe like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So man, I just want to kind of hear from your perspective, because from my understanding, you're a little bit older than the rest of the Botany Boyz, right?
A couple years on the cast. Yeah.
Okay. So man, can you just take me through growing up on that south side, you know what I'm saying, Cloverland, coming up off Botany, what it was like, you know, pre-Slab, pre-music, you know what I'm saying, just as an adolescent growing up. Because from what I be seeing when I talk to a lot of the OGs, like y'all had more camaraderie back then. Like y'all can be from one neighborhood, you could be from Cloverland, or you could be from somewhere else, you know, it's dead end, but y'all all knew each other. So break it down for me.
Well, you know, in the beginning, it was just like we really started from a pup, you know what I'm talking about? You know, it wasn't no music or none of that. We really was family oriented, like partners, you know what I'm saying? We grew up on the block together, you know what I'm saying? And then we all really just, you had to go to the park, you know what I'm saying? Cloverland, to make everything short, you go to Cloverland Park, that's when you really grew up, played football, basketball, baseball, whatever you name, whatever, hide and go see, pool, ring pool, whatever, you know, the foot pool and everything. So we really was down from day one, you know, all the way from the bottom up, you know, set up under the OG cast that was out there, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody around them was around Cloverland. You had to come to Cloverland Park anyway, basketball and everything. We was like cool with everybody from around the hoods. Everybody was like family over there. We might have family in the dead end. We might have family in Sugar Valley, Blue Ridge, over there by Jones, South Park, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was deep, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, we always was one.
Yeah. I heard that back then, y'all used to have like neighborhood football games, baseball games.
Streets too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That started like, I'm talking about we playing on the concrete. Don't get close to the grass. You know what I'm saying? You go into the eggshell. That's what we used to call that. Yeah, we used to play street to street, you know what I'm saying? Neighborhood to neighborhood. And once again, we took it to the park. You know what I'm saying? We got on like that and had fun, you know what I'm saying? But we trying to pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to keep your hood up. You trying to win though.
Yeah.
You know
Which hood won the most out of all
man, come on, man. Give it Cloverland, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kept it 100.
Yeah. Okay. So man, kind of just, you know, fast forward just a tad bit and just let me know, you know, when the Slab came into play. Well, first off, I'm gonna go before that, like this word I be hearing from OGs, criming.
Oh man. See, that's what I be wanting to tell you. I ain't really just talking about all that stuff. The criming, that was some of our first hustle. That's where this coming from. You see what I'm saying? When people don't know, that's deep. See, people don't even know what they're really about. But you know, criming was our first little get on. You know what I'm saying? Besides when you was a kid, you probably stole some candy out the store or something, a bicycle or something, you know, like that. But yeah, that auto theft gang was deep back then. That was like one of the major crimes back then, back in the day. We was in middle school and high school doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was real deep with that. I'm talking about all over.
Yeah. And at that point, when that would happen, y'all was crime and y'all would go to the post, right?
Yeah.
How did that become like the main hub where everybody in the whole city knew?
What, the post?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my OGs turned me on to the post. We was out there doing all that thing. We get it and go to the post. And they was buying whatever you brought to them, all the goods from the car, like a chop shop. You know, nowadays they probably call them chop shops or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was buying all the seats, T-tops, rims, radios, whatever you pulled out of there.
So I always hear people taking stuff there to sell. But did anybody ever go there to build a car and like say like,
nah, you ain't going to no post build a car unless you go and buy something from him.
Yeah.
Building a car, you was going to steal it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, say if you couldn't just find no Ricks nowhere, could you go to the post and just buy something?
Yeah, they gonna tax you though.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you was getting them out them cars, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Ricks. They was riding PMDs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if them cats ever came up and told you about PMD.
Yeah, PMD.
That was coming out of Grand Prix. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, cats went out there and got it to put their slabs together. That's real talk.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
From shoes to the seats.
Okay.
Music, you know what I'm saying? Then boy was catching other boys slipping later on after you got on the slab.
Now I know Poopy was supposed to be up here. Can you speak on them early them early OGs, you know, I would say like the first generation.
Man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Poopy put me on. You know what I'm saying? He put me on from, you know, from the beginning before I really got out there from, you know, the streets to after we started leaving them screwdrivers alone, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people always had something neat. See, people don't understand. Y'all be screaming that Slab King stuff, man. You gotta go do your homework and just pay attention. I'm talking about that boy had everything he had was neat. I'm talking about neat. You know what I'm saying?
And I heard a couple of OGs say that too, that he was at that time.
He was really one of the King Slab, one of the Slab Kings or whatever. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because my people, my boy. Yeah. If you know him, you know him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was really one of the Slab Kings, for real.
And what did he have? Because I know he had like a 77.
He had a couple of things, man. Like he had Regals and Cadillacs and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And man, big Benzes. I'm talking about we graduated from that quick. Yeah. I mean, we left them boys on the slab. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like where I'm from, my boys, some of my people, we, you know, just not tooting no horns or whatever. We had slabs and farm. You know what I'm saying? 4 boys even riding farm.
And what year? What year was this?
That was in the 80s, 89, 80 something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I seen a picture with you, and I think I don't know the other people that was on there, but I know it was you on there. I think it was like Smitty on there or something.
I wasn't even supposed to be with them. I know what you talking about. Probably. I was the youngest one out of one of them niggas. You know, it was probably then before you come in as a real cat, a real G. Man, you had to get jeweled up. You had to know how to dress. You know what I'm saying? So that was I know what you talking about. That was an old picture. I seen that picture floating around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And describe that, because, you know, they say pictures speak 1,000 words, you know what I'm saying? It just seemed like in that picture, having fun and having money, you know what I'm saying? At that age, just break down how
that age
feeling was.
It's like we was having money. You know what I'm saying? At that age, it was like back then, and that's different, but back then, when you go in the club, you spending 500 to 1,000 back then. Think about it, then what the area is now. You know what I'm saying? So it was love. It's like you going out to ball. You going out there to we tearing up money and all kind of stuff back then. I'm a little nigga watching them niggas do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping. We in that bitch jeweled up, clean. I'm talking about niggas had niggas going getting tailor-made suits to go to the concerts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
What they say, Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, Frankie Beverly. We little bitty cats. Got hit to Frankie Beverly. Yeah. When he was coming down here, I'm talking about when Frankie come to town or Ali, whoever come to town, we getting limos. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much everybody had their own limo. That's crazy. We got big limo with your little whoever you taking or whatever, going to the concert.
And this the 80s.
Late 80s.
Man, it's some real balling right there. Yeah. And what clubs? Because I like to know the clubs. And
the 90s came, huh?
The club? Like back then, the clubs.
Man, like I said, when I first started going to club, I wasn't supposed to be in a club. You know what I'm saying? My big homie OG, I first when OG Scott, that nigga put me onto the club life. It's all his fault. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, we was going to I think it was the Oasis back then. It was a dressy club, like a R&B type of like club. You know what I'm saying? And then on the north side, what was that?
Gucci's.
Nah, your Gucci was popping. Gucci was popping then. And then we had Bone Shaker was cracking. What else was? I said the Benz, right?
No, you said the Benz.
The Benz. Oh yeah, the Benz. It was right there, right before where Carrington's at. Keep straight across. The bill go down. The Benz was to the left. Okay. That was the joint. Yeah. That used to be jumping. Yeah. That used to be jumping.
And what was some of the parking lot moments, you know what I'm saying? The pulling up in the slab, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you mentioned too, when you had your first slab.
Man, high school.
What was it?
Regal, elbows, cream and blue, Beamer.
And what age was this?
I don't even remember. I was in high school. First in high school, about 9th grade, 10th grade, we started getting it in. I'm talking about nice cars, whipped up, you know what I'm saying?
But I know you say y'all went from the slabs.
Oh yeah, we got foreign and slab in the driveway.
At this age in high school?
Yeah.
Ah, dog. Yeah. And I know you said you had
motorcycles, you know what I'm saying?
You said you had 66 on switches?
No, 75.
75 what?
Classic, pretty classic.
Okay. And was you one of the first ones that had switches? Or?
I could pretty much say on the south side, pretty much besides some cats that was down here from Cali, because it was like this here. My homie, My boy Sean John, he was another kid on Slab. That boy was riding Porsches and all kind of stuff now. They know who Sean John is too. We was like, man, I think when Boyz in the Hood came out.
Like 90, 91 or something.
Whenever the Boyz in the Hood came out, we went the next probably a couple of weeks or whatever and went and got on switches. When switches, we seen that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what year it was, but we went and got switches, got on switches.
So was you having the switches before what's Cornell brother name?
Who? Quincy?
Quincy. Didn't Quincy have some on switches?
I think Quincy did have some on switches. We all was around the same time though. Quincy had some on switches over there. West from South Vegas, my fam over there. Quincy had some on switches. Then that boy on this say, who else? Say Brad had some on switches. But I ain't gonna lie, let me take that back. Scarface had switches before me.
What he had on switches?
Scarface has a lot of shit put up. He had that nigga had a green, I want to say green Park Avenue with a white top on switches. Cause he's always come over there, holler at me on Botany and shit. You know what I'm saying? He come on Botany, come around. He know he came with that. He let me loose in that boy around the block. You know what I'm saying? He had switches before me. He had switches for a lot of us. Yup. Brad had it, but he ain't really was just really into that fucking that shit. Whatever. He had it. Brad had switches, and after that, then they kind of came on. That was way early though. So yeah,
like before.
Yeah, that was early. That was early. I think that was before Boyz in the Hood. Yeah, Brad came on switches before Boyz in the Hood, and then I'm gonna take this back again. I ain't gonna lie. I think he did. Rest in peace. It was this dude named Craig out of Blue Ridge. He was on switches for forever. I'm talking about. We thought he was tripping back in the day. Yeah, he had switches on. He had a Impala green, I think, a white top with white walls on switches. Yeah. So
what year was that?
Shit, man, that was the beginning of the 80s.
The beginning of the 80s?
Yup. Dang. He's the beginning of the 80s. So you know he been riding like that. I'm trying to think who else.
You mentioned you said some dudes from Cali came down and they was on switches.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to OG Pee Wee. He was telling me about
Pee Wee from, he was out of Hiram Clark. I think it was, what's that boy name out of Hiram Clark? His brother's name was, it was real cool. Mingo. Was it Mingo? Man, what was that boy? Short, man, he was out of Hiram Clark over there with them boys. We was just talking about, but anyway, they know what I'm talking about. He's the only
one. Hey, I got breaking news for you. H-Town Bingo, home of the Swag and Dragon. Come play you some games, come win you some cash prizes, come win you some swag, come win everything. Everything safe and secure. Got 3 locations on the north side. Sponsored and brought to you by H-Town Bingo and such. Swag and Dragon. Yeah, that. And be on the lookout. Keep your ears peeled for hopscotch, trunk in the air. Blessings. By the way, blessings. Because that's what this is.
So he was on switches for everybody. I'm talking about for my side, my culture, before the switches really got hot on the south side or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was on there.
But OG Pee Wee was telling me that it was some dudes from Cali that had came down here, and I think they used to spray cars. Is it them?
I think his name Hutch.
Yeah, Hutch.
Yeah, Hutch. Yeah. Hutch is down there.
Okay.
He had switches. I think he had I want to say I think it was a Monte Carlo. Might have been black. He was hanging around in that Hiram Clark area. Yeah. He came down here on switches.
Yeah. Now, you messed me up with Scarface, Ryan.
Nah, yeah, man. Scarface had a see, people got there. He came over there on the block. I jumped in that mud, went around the corner playing the switches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirtied it, I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah, but so he had switches for a lot of cats.
And on that Botany block, I always just like, when I listen to the music, it seemed like you say, like they say, Botany is the block that stay crunking all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
what made that block just so different than kind of like the rest of them?
Because, man, like I say, we did everything on that block, dog. I'm talking about from the OGs from throwing parties to all kind of crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You come down there, you like to get a pole. We had a corner pole, and it had stop signs or something around it. Man, we might have tied fishing string around all the poles, and you come through on a bike and you don't see it. Anytime fishing poles out of all the you come through on the bike, you'll see it. Just imagine what's for that for you, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You boom off the bike. Niggas on motorcycle. We was doing some dangerous shit. I'm talking about tripping. Getting all that prank shit from them OGs. You know what I'm saying? We had a fun hood, bro. I mean, you come on Botany, you gonna get entertained. It's like one time you come over there, we be sitting on block in front of OG Sky High. You will sit there and listen to them stories and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The block was hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we did everything on that thing, bro.
Was that one of the blocks that, like, if you riding your Slab, say it's a Sunday, you know what I'm saying, before you go to the club, is that a spot that you got to pass through? You know, just to...
Botany was, back in the day, you had to hit the block to go to the park. You know what I'm saying? And because Cloverland, that shit before they opened up, it was a dead end. You had to go down there or go around the park and come back. You know what I'm saying? Botany just was, it got terrorized. Well, I ain't gonna say it got terrorized. You would have got terrorized. You came down the block. You know what I'm saying? Especially you wasn't from around there, because we wasn't letting nobody come down there. And boys just they wouldn't even come down that block. There was that many. It was a lot of us out there. I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no 15. I'm talking about it'd be sometimes you catch 30 motherfuckers out there between the BGs, OGs, whoever. We out there on the block, just on the side of the streets. All the slabs on the street. We might be out there getting it in. Getting high, drinking or whatever we was doing something. You know what I'm saying? Till it's time to go somewhere. But we want y'all to leave so we can get all the money. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it always was fun and shit, man. We was doing drive-bys with balloons and shit on niggas coming down there, just tripping, doing stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we doing
y'all have fun at the same time.
Hell yeah. Waiting on the laws to run and jump the gates, man. You had to be there, man. I guarantee everybody you come from Botany and you interview, they gonna tell you the same shit. No cap.
Okay. And then I'm just kind of curious too, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being involved, y'all all just, involved with what was going on, going to clubs, streets, you know what I'm saying, the Slab. How did y'all jump into the music aspect of it?
Man, I jumped in the music aspect first with, like I said, Poopy again. You know, me and Poop was getting down. I'm talking about getting down on other shit, you know what I'm saying? He kept a nigga on, so one day, man, we had been doing it because Poop had started a label called Evolution Records.
Okay,
A lot of these niggas did. I'm talking about 2 groups at one time. Capitone Conspiracy, I don't know if you heard of them. They was heard of them. The Pop, the PLP, them and Marcus, KC, I forgot the other cat name. And Brother was running with us too on that. And again, Big Dad was around there too. I'm quite sure he probably mentioned it. So, but Poopy, man, he just put it on. We used to be. I was on the road with him. We was doing all the things, showing me the promo game, how we was going. You know what I'm saying? That back then it was like we got 5,000 posters going out of town. You know what I'm saying? Putting them on every building, even driving now. I'm talking we driving, and we see an open building. There's nothing on there. We getting out, tacking it up. We might have left 100 posters on that boy. So somebody come by and see that, they're gonna like, damn, what was them cat? That was the promotion game. Whatever you got, you leave them on these empty buildings and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he played the drums as well too. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
And they had a group. He was actually in a group. One of the rap group was called Quest, and the rap group was Capitone Conspiracy. So we was all on the road promoting that all the way to Jack the Rapper, Freak Nick, all that shit. So them niggas ain't never been down there. A couple of cats did. You know what I'm saying? Went down there. Like, I know my boys, my little family was down there. And probably Ron Jeter was down there. I want to say Ron Jeter was down there. Some of them DA cats, whatever. But before his Poop go, he showed a lot of niggas, he showed me a lot of shit in this game. He put me on the production side. You know what I'm saying? Me and him we was producing together. You know what I'm saying?
What was I'm just curious, just thinking, like, what was the equipment that y'all was using?
The equipment we had, the first one was a EPS.
Okay.
And I found one. Well, I found an ASR 10, the same one, just upgrade. I found one. I bought one not too long ago. I said, man, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? And we had a rolling drum machine. It was that and a drum machine. You know what I'm saying? And there's ain't nothing but sampling. We was going from there.
So you must have been really in tune with it to just go from, the streets, everything going on out there to say, like, I'm going to jump full-fledged into this.
Oh, yeah, we jumped full-fledged because, we were trying to do something different and it started getting hot out there. Your name started ringing, you know what I'm saying? And it was either or. You're going to take a chance here, take a chance here. And then, like I say, had the detail shop we was at Poop. We had, boys, you see us, we was doing what we do, but boys, you see, I used to have a drop up there. Poop have his car up there, whatever. Because you sold cars and it was a detail shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we in that, when it closed, what time did you let that? Might have closed about 7 before it get dark, whatever. It's all music. We going to music, you know what I'm saying? Boys used to ride down OST and see me and them on the boards and vocals. They thought I was tripping. Boys ride by and said, man, I seen D-Red in the shop, man. They ended up playing the keyboards. He know drums or something. You know what I'm saying?
So they probably ain't just
believe. They wasn't hip to it. They wasn't hip to it yet.
So this prior to
this, while we was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, but when that happened, with that being said, me and Pooh was talking to the Whoop. We was let me rewind a little bit because we was at, we went to Jack the Rapper and all that. Because Poopy, that boy, I ain't gonna lie, that boy spent a bunch of money in this game while these niggas out here talking.
Mm-hmm.
He spent a bunch of money in this game. I'm talking about back then.
Mm-hmm.
Back then. I'm talking about
Yeah.
zeros.
Yeah.
6 of them boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to promote the game. He was really about promoting that, and turned down a lot of deals.
Mm.
Turned a lot of deals down. You know what I'm saying? And he just got kind of, really, I'm gonna keep it a buck, but he just got kind of fed up with that shit, with a lot of shit that was around and a lot of that hard-headed bullshit. Niggas be wanting to see shit overnight type of shit, but he just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Took our burnt off left. That boy in Cali ain't been back since.
And this is prior to Paul Chevys because this is around the same time.
Yeah,
right?
Paul Chevys had Poyo. But nah, it was after that.
Oh, okay.
Paul was after when
Okay,
Boone was doing Quest and stuff. We was out there early because, like I said, he was in a R&B group called Quest. And I don't know if you know, H-Town was with us around that time. They was at Jack the Rapper with before they got their deal.
Yeah.
Them boy, that was wild. Them my partner there. Shout out to H-Town. Them boy, that was wild.
Yeah.
I'm talking about wild.
I can imagine. Yeah.
But y'all knew why they wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bishop had produced their album with Luke and them, right? And him and Poopy, they was in the group Quest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Then Hollywood, shout out to Hollywood too. You know what I'm saying? He was singing PC and them. I forgot what's that other boy name was singing. Man, I forgot his name. I think of late. Forgive me for me the name. But yeah, and it was a nice album. So he just kind of got fed up with that shit, man. And that nigga threw his hands up and took off and said, fuck it.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was down hard earth nigga, but other than that, after that part, it was like when it wasn't shut down yet. Then I just said, man, you know what? I'm gonna go start a group. My hood, give my niggas out the hood. We gonna start a group. You know what I'm saying?
That was gonna be my next question.
Man, I left there and we went straight to the circle. When I got there, I want some niggas was already in the circle freestyling, rapping and shit. So it only panned out right because we was on the same page and was thinking us just alike.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The circle was jumping.
Mm.
So shit, after that, it was the same dance. It was on after that.
Was there more people in the Botany Boyz that just didn't rap? They were just
of course. Oh yeah, we deep.
Can you run down like at least like all the people that was
no, okay. Deep it is. It's like you got us, of course. You got Pap, you got Kirby D. He was gone for a minute. He be singing a lot of shit too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my sister, Kimmy Coach, she was in the clique. We had some female in the clique. Willie and his cousins. Shit, BG Gator them, he died and Shane died. He died. Who else was around that mother? Damn, it's so man, I can't sit here and think about it, bro. Mm-hmm. Forgive me if I miss y'all, but I love you. I'm talking about it's a gang of us. Yeah. I'm talking about literally a gang of us. Cause you had us and then you had the BGs. Mm. Them niggas was wild and deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They deep, so
So was it music already being done with the Botany Boyz prior to going to Screw?
Nah, I did all that.
Okay. How did that kind of...
Shit, that was easy for me, man. That's when we was on this shit. We went goddamn, we said we finna go to the studio and get it together. Man, I thought we went to Sea House. We was in that bitch all night. We did an EP that night. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We wrote. And just time to go to the lab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man. We did that shit that night. We just fucking couldn't stay out them streets.
Yeah. Damn, okay. And what was that? Dope. What was that feeling of being like in Screw House? That's just something I always been curious about.
Man, Screw House that's always what it was an experience, man, to be around Screw, because Screw was so laid back and cool. He's still nigga, hey, you want to come here and make some beats, man? You want to make some beats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Screw just was laid back and chill, bro. With never no bad vibe over there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What to me, my experience, you know what I'm saying? I ain't spend the night with him all night all the time.
Yeah.
I'm home, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that was like, it always was a good experience over there with Screw. Screw was, if he fuck with, he fuck with, you know what I'm saying? And Screw was like, he gonna put you on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you can't even really rap or whatever, Screw, it ain't like he ain't give you no shot. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let you fuck with it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Screw, he was type A grade dude, man.